Hey guys, Talon RC Videos here today. Today I'm gonna be making a review for my Tamiya M05 kit. So, if you may have noticed, I've not been uploading as often. That's because I've been building this kit and then trying to work all the bugs out. Because this is my first Tamiya kit. Of course, I've had kits before, but I've never owned a Tamiya before, and I thought it would be a very interesting experience. So I bought it for $115, and I bought the Miata edition, or the Mazda Miata. Or if you live in Japan, it's the Mazda Roadster. So this little car actually is a lot of fun, and I just almost worked all the bugs out of it. I have a little stability issue, which I'm sure stabilizers can fix. That's just an extra hop-up part that I may have to get. And then I fixed the steering issues, which were also pretty big trouble. And this thing will not get off. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Also, this body, it comes clear. It does not come like this, obviously, and they do come with mirrors. This mirror's a little bent up. Flipped it. There we go. That's better. They're just held on with little body clips. Anyway, mine's metallic green with a little silver crossing it. You always back it with silver if you're doing metallic. Just a quick tip. Also, this is not going to be my actual body. This is just going to be a body that I run with it. So here's essentially the chassis. I'm going to unplug the battery that I usually use for my race cars. Anyway, this is the chassis. It's a little bit dusty because I have been running it. But this thing I think is really cool. It has an interesting setup. And a very cool thing about this car is it's front-wheel drive. Yes, it's front-wheel drive. It's not rear-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive is when all the power and drive shafts are in the front. So it only powers the front and not the rear. It's kind of like a two-wheel drive car, except it's kind of reversed. So if you put a two-wheel drive slash and flip the body around. So I am using Traxxas electronics in this just because it's like the only thing I have from like old Traxxas vehicles that I really don't use anymore. And it comes with everything. Well, believe it or not, it actually comes with a ESC and a stock, I believe that's a 19 turn motor. I don't know, might fact check that. But anyway, I just put a Traxxas 2076 servo and just another TQ thing because I had one from an old Slash that I had. And I didn't hop this thing up, actually. I kept it almost stock, except for one thing that really irked me, and is that it had ball bearings in the transmission and in the actual, the things. So, or in the axle carrier. So I just replaced them with ball bearings, and here we are. So it does come with the standard Tamiya connector, although I do have an adapter for it. I do have an extra ESC, but like, why would I waste a free ESC? And stock tires that come with it are pretty garbage, but they work, and they kind of make it look a little bit scale. Also, a thing that I would totally recommend you do to this car is put a bearing like right in there, because it is so frustrating, because they give you like a bearing just to slide in the very back, and that's it. Also, the diff is very tight, so there's a diff in there, but it's just really tight. Also, had to do a little bit of redneck ring to get that to steer right, so you had to put one of those, so it wouldn't oversteer. It took me a good 12 hours to build this thing. It was really hard. These are like really self-tapping screws. These are just really hard to put in, and they're hex hardware, which does not make it any easier on me. I'm used to using Phillips head. These are Phillips head, and I'm just used to using hex head because this is just so much easier. But I think that's enough of talking. I think I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what the performance of this thing is. Although I do live on a farm, but we do have a back porch, so I guess I'll try that.